I'm here with Jarkko of Korpiklaani. They're playing in Toronto. They're touring across North America right now. And if you want to find out exactly what they're playing, go check out the description of this video. All the tour dates would be there. In this way, you cannot have an excuse for not showing up to one of their shows. So, Jarkko, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me about the band, the new record, this tour. And let's start off with a record. New album means new tour, new songs, new fun and adventures, and this one seems a lot more fun than the last couple of records. Why is that?
The thing is that we've always had, like, people think that we are really, like, the songs are really funny because of the music, but then when you actually listen to the lyrics, they are doom and gloom and death and whatnot. So, and this one is not different in that sense. There's quite some quite grim topics as well, but you are right, there's some fun stuff as well, as usual, but it's not all fun and games.
No, it's just the last two records had this Finnish melancholy to them that that almost overtook the experience of the record, of the journey, of the path of the album. This one I felt like it had a little bit more breaks. It had songs where you can just really sit back and enjoy, and you're not diving deeper into that Finnish melancholy.
Yeah, and it's like 45 minutes, 12 songs, shorter songs, faster tempo than the previous one. So it's
also heavier.
Yeah, if you think, well, depends on the definition of heavy. Heavy, but yeah, it is musically different than the previous ones, or a couple of the previous ones. And this was, in general we don't do like deliberate decisions that this time we are going to do this or this time we are going to do that. But this time we did like the actual decision that it should be faster than the previous one.
So was that the only thing that you guys discussed beforehand, that you wanted a little bit more of an up-tempo record, and then whatever the songs end up being is whatever the songs end up being?
Yeah, because usually we have that thing that that the album comes out like sort of like as an accident. Like you have a bunch of songs, you record them, and then in the end you realize, oh, this album is a bit slower than the previous one. But that's always how our albums have been, like never really that much pre-planned. And of course, one thing that led to this album being now a bit more, as you said, heavier, trashier, maybe is because Jonne just bought a new guitar, like the Jackson heavy.
Yeah, he was telling us before before we sat down.
So that's like you can only play certain type of stuff with that guitar. So
he said that he came with the riffs.
Yeah, it usually happens to him actually quite a lot. He gets a new instrument, and there's always a couple of songs in that instrument.
So it's an added bonus.
Yes.
You pay for the instrument and you get 4 songs.
Yeah, and then I remember he got the hurdy-gurdy at some point and wrote a couple of songs while learning to play.
He has a hurdy-gurdy? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has lots of weird instruments at home.
Wow. Well, I didn't know that one. That's new.
Yeah.
That's new for me. When you're putting this album together and you're starting to bring all the songs in, at any point in time, do you look at perhaps something is missing in order for the overall flow of the album to be there for the listener that wants to listen to the record from start to finish, or that doesn't go into consideration?
If there is that kind of consideration, it's probably mostly Jonne, because Jonne usually is the one who has the clear idea of because he has the clearest idea of all the songs that we have. So he has, I think, already quite early the idea of the flow of the album, like how the songs will be, like in what order the songs will be, and so on. But now since we have had Samuli on drums, Samuli has been working quite a bit with Jonne as well, like listening to the songs and suggesting about the arrangements. And I remember on the previous album, I can't remember what song it was, but it's actually Samuli who said that, yeah, this is a great song, but this is still lacking the actual chorus. What you think now, what you consider as a chorus, it is not really a chorus material. It's just like a bridge. Now we need a chorus, and then Jonne writes a chorus, and it turns out a pretty damn good song. Can't remember what it was though. Maybe it was Mylly.
Oh, the two of them seem to be a very great pair when it comes to putting some music together, creating songs. I see a lot of posts on Instagram, the two of them, when it comes time for the record, going into isolation, if you will, and just really concentrating on the music.
Because they are the only ones who live like kind of close to each other, so it's easy for them to get together at Jonne's place and just start going through the stuff. And now we have like some of Samuel's drums are set up like permanently at Jonne's home studio. So just need to do a demo. You get the actual drummer doing the. You don't need to work with a drum machine or whatever.
Well, that makes things easier.
Yeah.
When you look at a band with a discography as rich as you guys are, and then you come and see you guys live, is the set list a little bit of your own way of reflecting back on songs and albums that have a key impact in the history of the band, or the two are separate from one another?
It's difficult to put together the perfect set list, because we of course would like to play a lot of new songs because they are fresh.
Yeah, and that's what you're promoting.
And it's fun to play new stuff. But then again, there's always a part of the audience that wants to hear the old songs. So you have to play your Paranoid, and you have to play your Ace of Spades all the time, regardless of what you would like to play yourself. But it's not like we don't mind doing that. This is a, what do you call that in English? Like this, we are here to serve the customers.
Yeah. The customer's always right.
Yeah. But it's we did like last year, whenever that was. I always forget these things. But we did sort of a 20-year anniversary shows where we picked up songs from every album that we've done, and then from those shows, some of those songs actually stayed in the set for this tour as well, even though those songs haven't been in the set for 15 years before or something like that. So it is fun to go through your history every now and then, listen to the old albums and see like maybe we should do this live.
So if an album is not represented, that doesn't mean that the album doesn't rank high in your opinion of what that record means for the discography. It's just you can't fit it.
Yeah, you can't fit everything in the set list. It's like 90 minutes or something like that, and you can only do X number of songs in that time. And if we have discussed this before, like looking at the set list, and then someone says, but there's no songs from Tales, or there's no songs from this album, and then we try to change that, but then you have to like
take something else out.
Yeah. So, but we have been trying to change around a bit, like every now and then, so that it doesn't get boring to people who see us several times in a row.
Yeah, you're conscious of where you're playing and who are you playing to, and
we try to
adapt it.
Yeah, we try to think of it that way. That like we were about to drop some songs from the set like but it's been 5 years since we were in the US, and we haven't even if we have been playing those songs live a lot in the past 4 years. Well, no one in the US has or Canada has heard them live. So.
Do you, being a vinyl collector as you are, if you had to purchase a Korpiklaani vinyl for your collection, which one would be your first pick?
Oh, I don't know, because I have them all.
I figure you would. You would.
Yeah, I've been actually. I'd probably pick the last one. I really like the sound on the new album. It's actually quite good, quite nice mix on the album, and I've been listening at home. I've actually been listening the vinyl master, even though even before the album was out, I got of course the digital files of the vinyl master, so which is different than the CD mastering. So that's what I've been listening at home anyway.
Wow, so you're that impressed with the new record that's the one you're playing currently. I like the sound on this album a lot. I like the energy. We already talked about the guitars, but did you guys change anything when it came to the production of the record?
No, not really in that sense. I think personally I feel that the bass is more prominent in the mix now than it has been in the previous albums, and which is of course fine with me. But I think the major difference is that Samuli was now even though he played on the previous albums as well, some of them, but is a full-time member with a lot of input on the songs, like arrangements. Drumming is brilliant, and then we have Olli, who like formed a really good working partnership with Sami about the like folk instrument arrangements and so on. So those things make the album very enjoyable, like lots of new, fresh things.
Yeah, there's new fresh blood on this record for sure. So did that fresh blood also help push you guys to that more vibrant, up-tempo feel that the album has? Because I felt like this album, you mentioned your bass. Your bass really pops on this record. It's very noticeable, but it comes across in a very warm way, which adds incredible depth and texture to the record. But I also felt like this album had a lot more violins and a lot more accordion.
Yeah, that is true. There is a lot more because those guys came up with a lot of good stuff, and all the time figuring out like if you do this, I do that, and then it goes like this and all that. So there was and we've always had this very open attitude towards someone bringing in some musical ideas. Like if you have a good idea, bring it on and we'll see what we do with it.
We'll see if we can use it.
Yes, and we usually do.
You guys don't throw a lot out. Well, Jarkko, thank you very much for your time today.
No
It's a busy day, so I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me about the band, about the record. I hope you're enjoying the tour so far, and I hope you enjoy the tour going forward. If there's a record vinyl store in a town nearby, I'm sure this guy's going to be there picking up some more items for his vast collection, which is really vast. I mean, I think you're like a guru when it comes to vinyls. By the way, what's the latest one that you've picked up?
Vinyl. What did I bought? I bought the almost said the F word there. I bought the first album by Kiss. Where were we?
On this tour run?
Yes, on this tour I bought the first Kiss album that is like on the very first, like the Bogart label, like the Casablanca label, I said, but the Bogart, what you call the Bogart label on the disc, and doesn't have the annoying Kiss in Time song that was added later to it. Like
so it's an added bonus by not having the added bonus.
Yes, yeah. Like
it's one of those where less is more.
Yes, it's one of the very early US pressings.
Wow. So like I said, if you want to find this guy, probably going to find him at a record store at the town nearby, whatever the tour is going. And once again, the tour dates are going to be on the description of the video. Go check them out. Go check these guys out on the road. And if you haven't picked up the new album yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go get it. It's one of the best. See you guys.
See ya.